I want my ladies to stop showing off your body. And when I say that, stop showing it off to the world. Because you ain't doing nothing but attracting lustful men. They want you for your body. Your body should be kept in secret for your man, for your husband. The person you will have your kids by. The one God wants you to be with. Not these lustful men. Y'all keep showing off your body thinking it's cute, it's cool. That's when y'all idolizing people like Red and Glorilla. That's when y'all idolizing people like that. It's been so heavy on my chest. I used to do the same thing, but I'm saved from it. I've been delivered. So why wouldn't I be able to give the words of encouragement to my brothers and my sisters? Because my brothers too. But I mean, y'all gotta get it right, bro. What you seek after, you will get. Y'all wonder why y'all be in toxic relationships.
Is Glorilla, and she had to wear this mask during the Coachella performance. They have to do the mask ritual, where they are disfigured to show the evil entity that is working through them.
Y'all want to know why Glorilla won that gospel award, bro? I'm gonna tell y'all why. When you hear the word gospel, when you see the word, you gotta break it down. Break it down. Let's break it down. G-O-S-P-E-L. Go spell. Go spell. Go spell. Ghost spell. Gotta break it down, bro. These people do that. G-H-O-S-T-S-P-E-L-L. Now, who's the ghost? We break it down. Alright, now, when we check out off this earth, us carbonated beings, bro, we got spirits, bro. When we leave, we go to a whole nother place. When them other beings, you know what I mean? When them other beings, they check out, they stay as ghosts on this earth. Ghosts. Y'all get it now? Y'all starting to get it? Ghosts, spells. These people still here calling shots, bro. And that spell is for us to stay stuck and to stay blinded, bro. That's it. Ghost spell is not real, bro. Gospel, not real. It's not for our people, bro. But we somehow adopted it and put it into our daily routine, and now we more blinded. That's it.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh, for sure it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh, for sure it's about to go up.
Family, we got one. Welcome back. Thanks for being here, all that good stuff. Have a good Monday morning, good Monday period. It's 8:39 where I am. I'm up early getting to it. Anyways, how did I let this slip past me? I've never seen these go spell videos, clips, whatever you want to call them. Never. I've never seen them. But I do know that there was allegedly there was a ship that it wasn't a cruise boat, but it had a lot of people on it, and they said that it was named Jesus. Do you catch my drift? There are a lot of people that say, hey, these people that had these other people, the people that had the people gave the people that they had a book, and they gave them a reference person and said, hey, this is what it is. This is what you look up to. And this is a guy that's responsible for it all, allegedly. So to hear this play on words and to understand the origin of words and what can be derived from pieces of the words, and come on, man, y'all get where I'm going with it. But where does Glorilla, aka Gloria Hallelujah, fit in this? Listen, y'all, this woman, and I don't know how I missed this, she got a BET Gospel Award or Gospel Award at the BET Awards. How? How? F-E-E-L-U-F-G-O-U free. Got a gospel award. How? It is so amazing. This, yeah, the stupidity level. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Did these people know about this woman before this award? And after the award, if they didn't know and looked into her, I wonder how did they feel? They're watering down the gospel. Let's get to the content.
It took over 10 years for me to fully accept the process of deconstruction because I spent 10 years trying to reframe Christianity so that I could hold on to it. Around 2023, when I really kind of kicked into my deconstruction like hardcore, I will never forget one morning I woke up and I was listening to my playlist and it was like something clicked in my brain where I could finally hear what the music was saying. And I truly do think that that's what religiousness does. It places a film in your eyes so that you can't see things for what they actually are. But this morning in particular, I'm listening to these words that I have sang over and over again, and I'm like, I'm listening to the music tell me that I am nothing. I'm unworthy of my creator, that I was not chosen. But God had mercy and said, you could come too. I'm a wretch. I'm born in sin. I'm irredeemable. I'm a slave who just benefits from God calling me friend. This is the music. Every other song is saying, oh, God, go in and change every single thing about me. It is the denial of self. That is a common phrase in religion, that you are supposed to deny yourself. But what that actually is doing is that it's not removing your power from you. It's giving somebody else the access code to your power. This is the language of somebody who does not see themselves or like themselves. This is the language of somebody who is looking for the solution outside of themselves. And this makes you a perfect slave. So it started slow where it was like, all right, well, I'm just not going to listen to that song. Okay, and then it was like, I was uncomfortable with songs that said Jesus. Because in my mind, and this is my theory, they had no reason to change that man's name except that it is spell work on the name. If you convince the world that the power is in this name, and it's not even the name that was originally in the scriptures, I have every reason to believe that there is spell work on that name that is keeping me in prison. So then I got rid of the songs that had the name in it. By the time I'm done, there's nothing left. And I had to grieve. I'm telling you, it took me like a good 9 months to really, really just release it. And I had to grieve letting it go. I still grieve it sometimes because my childhood and my culture is so wrapped up in this music. But at some point, we have to make a decision. You have to choose yourself over your comforts, over the euphoria. You have to choose yourself.
And there he is worshiping Jesus on stage. That don't look like worshiping Jesus to me. So I stand up for truth and I call it like
Crazy work. Crazy work. While she was speaking, I could hear ghost spell songs in the background talking about how they give themselves and just take me and this and that. I'm going to tell you a lot of people's problems, and this is just my opinion. I feel that a lot of people get too caught up hearing and not listening. When you hear something, you hear sound and words. But when you're listening, you're absorbing the message. And it took her a while to listen to the message. And when it resonated, she felt so uncomfortable that she probably stopped listening to that music. At the end of the clip, they had Kirk Franklin. I feel like he's one of the pioneers that really brought this hip hop rap game type, what do they call that? Not a morph, but just like a shift to it, to where it was integrated. But the thing is, you're getting people privy to these unholy things, so to speak. If you're preaching if you're preaching a good book, the good word, why would you want such dark energy next to you? I can tell you what's not going to happen. Glorilla fans, or her fans, aren't going to look into the gospel artist she might have collabed with or this or that. But those other people are going to look into her. Come on, man. I feel like she was placed there to gather the weak minds, the easily enticed, the ones that are just on the edge of wanting to be for the streets, but their parents got them in church. And come on, man. But keep in mind, there was a ship, and I'm not talking about a cruise ship, that they say allegedly was named Jesus. Let's continue.
Good morning. Hi, all my glow babies. This is your girl, Dan Style, and I just recently posted TikTok about Gorilla, the rapper that, just blew it up out of nowhere, right? And most times, guys, how to identify when most people or rappers or celebrities, have covenant with Satan. The success is very fast, because one thing about Satan, when he gives success, which is not actually success, it's actually a trap. It's a snare, because anything that you gain without having to change as a person first, it will destroy you. It may take a long time, but what Satan does is he gives you a snare and he builds you a client base, he builds you a team, he builds you a fan base. And what it is you giving a clown a very high position, and you're going to put him to the highest of the heights just so that people would actually pay to watch you fall off. And we see that into Hollywood today. We see most celebrities, they don't live long, they live by age 50 something, right? It's for a few reasons. One, like I said, when Satan gave the wealth, he gave the fame, he gave the fortune, they didn't have to change or grow as people. All they had to do was to give a blood sacrifice onto Satan and his altar, and that when the covenant was forged, and in return they got the things of the world. But one thing you can see about most celebrities is they are never happy. They don't have peace. Okay, because the blessings of God gives with no sorrow, which means you don't have to kill anybody for the blessings of the Lord. No problems added, like you're going to be literally happy. But the thing about God is when he gives blessings, it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, because God will never give you something that will destroy you.
All right, now Glorilla. It's crazy. It was like 2020, y'all, maybe early 2021, no later than mid 2021. It was right when she was going viral. I made a video. I said, man, the moment we see changes in her body, she's given herself. The moment we see changes in her face, she's given herself. And this is all alleged, it's my opinion, but this is what I said years ago. When she still had the little teeth, she was still super skinny. She looked like, I don't know, but she didn't look like the Glorilla'S that she is today. I feel Glorilla gave herself. The person we see today versus the person we saw yesterday, day and night. Did she have some insecurities about herself? I'm sure. But was it that wild to where you wanted to turn into Sarah Leanne? Interesting. Now, her religious beliefs, being raised in the church allegedly, her name. What in the hell was she doing running around with them type tattoos on her before the fame? But when she got famous, it got worse. I feel like Glorilla gave herself, and she made a template for the ones up under her, to the point where they think it's cool maybe to do what Glorilla's doing. Let's continue.
I know that it shouldn't shock me, because at the core of it, the BET Awards are a secular award show. But you're telling me that Glorilla received the Best Gospel Song Award of 2025? Glorilla, do you know who this is? Have you seen any of her other music videos? Have you listened to any of her other songs? There's nothing about her that is gospel. You're telling me this was our best pick? This was it. This was the best gospel song with all the other artists that are out there. You're telling me this was the best pick for a gospel song? I'm gonna butcher his last name so I won't say it, but Dietrich has some fire gospel music. He easily could have received this award. I guess I'm just tired of the gospel being misrepresented or being misleading with the gospel. There's nothing different about her receiving this award than Jelly Roll receiving awards for being featured by Brandon Lake on Hard Fought Hallelujah. They are not gospel artists. They are not Christian music artists. This is exactly what it looks like when the church conforms to looking like the world. And to put the cherry on top, does this even happen without Kirk Franklin or Maverick City? The worst part about it, this doesn't even happen if we don't listen to it, push it, and put it on our playlist. Let God be true and every man a liar.
Hey man, shout out to dude. Shout out to dude. What irritated me the most about that clip that he was in was that they were getting a gospel award but dressed like they was going to Club Live. They were getting a gospel award but dressed like they were going to Club Mansion Elon. Make it make sense. But it makes perfect sense. Real talk, especially when you don't try to look too hard or think too deep. It makes perfect sense. These are things that's going together that shouldn't go together at all. But the most powerful part about it is they make it coagulate to the point where to a weak mind it feels natural. To a weak mind it's, oh, they're just expanding and trying to reach more people. Come on, man. Make it make sense. I'm not surprised at Glorilla'S shift or acceptance or whatever she calls it, an allegiance, or I'm not surprised by it. When you see what these people come from, you can get a better understanding of why they would settle for such a life. And yeah, if you made it to this point, say I've made it. This video is long enough. I do want to thank y'all for being here. Let me know where you're tapping in from. Let me know you made it. Let me know what time you got this upload also, because I think the program might be messing with my uploads. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.